Now what you gonna say when it all comes?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. It's pretty late today. It's, let's see, July. It's about to be July. It's June 29th today. I just finished completing the last track to the mixtape. It's a love song. It's pretty cringy as fuck right now. It did not turn out the way that I hoped it would, but it got me out of my comfort zone. I got to display a little bit of range in my repertoire, so that's kind of the goal for this track. So I was able to do that at least. I'll play a sample of it right now. It's kind of cringy though. I'm not really proud of it, but it is what it is. It adds to the mixtape, so I'm just gonna let it out there.
Ooh, baby, you don't know how crazy you make me go. I know what it's like to swim to the other side. You drown out my demons. You tell me.
Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that well through the audio, but that's how it sounds like so far. It's it's not the best, trust me. But when you hear the full mixtape on July 4th. Hopefully that will be something you'll be able to enjoy as well. Seeing me try to croon for a love song, but yeah, I tried it. I did it. That's how it sounded like if I tried it. So it's done. It's ready. Shipped is better than perfection or whatever, right? Being done is better than perfect, right? That's the whole idea behind finishing it like that. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm shirtless because I have no air conditioning in my house right now. It is fucking 90 degrees inside. I'm burning up. It's like an oven in here, and I'm I'm just living my life right now. I'm just trying to make it out of here alive. If you'll notice, I got my ears pierced. I actually got that done on Saturday. Shouts out Boston Tattoo. They were lucky to be opening. The tattoo artists are coming back into business, at their own kind of pace, and they were able to pierce my ear, even though that's still they still are at risk for COVID. So that was pretty clutch of them. This earring is going to be in here for 3 months. It's not the actual design that I want, but it's like a trainer piercing or whatever, so that way my piercing can heal, and that's when I'll have the actual dope ass earring that I wanted to put in. It's like this dangly one, rose gold. It's like a feather, or other ones. I like the dangly style. I think it looks pretty dope, and I wanted to accompany my end of the chapter, my time in Boston, with a visual change as well, because I did change a lot, and I wanted to have that be reflected in my appearance, so that's why I got the piercing. I also have a tattoo appointment on Thursday, just before I leave, just before July 4th. That's going to be a Salvador Dali tattoo, and that's going to be pretty dope once that's on me as well. But those are kind of the visual changes, major visual changes that are going to happen before I move to LA, and that's kind of be a reminder of my transformation in Boston. Other big things: Eli signed his contract to start his job in LA. He's living it up. He had some Wagyu, he had some dope ass stuff there. His dude is really taking care of him, so he's got his dream job, no joke. So it looks like the boys are getting back together. We are moving to LA, and we're gonna start this journey together. It's gonna be a wild ride. Literally, all my dreams are about to come true. Once I get there, it'll take time, it'll take steps, but slowly but surely, this entire trip, this entire year in Boston has been a complete transformation for me. I've literally gone through the crucible, and now I'm ready to actually achieve my dreams in LA. Now that I've gone through this trial, and I've taken a rite of passage, I've proven to myself and my family and everybody around me that yes, I can do this. I can be an entrepreneur. I don't have to be a doctor or an engineer. I can sustain myself, and I know what I'm doing. and I've earned some credibility and some trust from, you know, the people that care about me, that like, okay, like I'm gonna follow my dreams, I'm gonna chase my dreams, and I know what I'm doing. So that's been a big win for me. But you know, kind of going along those lines, that, you know, kind of leads me into today's topic I wanted to talk about, and that is to reverse engineer your life. So this is a law in the good life, I don't know, law 2, let's say, to reverse engineer your life. So what does that mean? It means that most of us, you know, society teaches us to go about life by, you know, going to school, going to college, getting a decent job, starting a family, white picket fence house, having, you know, grandchildren, and retiring. That's kind of the traditional story, at least in America. The story that I want to promote instead is a little bit different, right? So instead of taking the steps that lead you to what traditionally will be successful or will give you comfort in your life, I recommend instead to realize what it is that you want in life, okay, when you're young. And instead of doing the things that, you know, everybody tells you to do, because it's generally accepted that this is like the correct way to, like, you know, make your way in society, I recommend that you think for yourself and do instead the steps that take you to get you to what you want your life to be. So that sounds a little complicated, but what it means is essentially, okay, so say you want to live by the beach, you want to be able to have, you know, time independence with your life, you want to, you know, be able to, you know, travel a lot, you want to be able to do all these things, okay? Now that you know those are the things that you want in your life, what are the kind of things that allow you to do that? Well, you can get a job, potentially, you know, being a digital nomad, potentially, you know, starting an online business, being a coach online, being a consultant. Those jobs could, you know, achieve that lifestyle. And then you think, okay, of those options, what are my skills? And what can I do to get to a job like that can afford that type of lifestyle? And then you think to yourself, okay, these are the skills that I have, these is the things that I need to do, and then you optimize your life plan around that. That, to me, is a lot more wise than instead doing kind of like the milestones that traditionally mean that you're going up in life. Because if you use a cookie cutter model of success to every person, then you're just going to end up a copy of the next person, right? Of the next successful person, of your neighbor. But, you know, in terms of the good life, to achieve the good life, everybody is different. Everybody has different wants and preferences and a different style that's the best for them. And so that cookie cutter model doesn't apply to everybody. It can't, because people are complex. People want different things out of life. And so if you try to use a model of success that gets you to where, you know, everybody is going to be successful, then you're not going to achieve results that are any different from anybody else. That's why I recommend that you reverse engineer the lifestyle that you want. You first look at the things, again, remembering, you know, one of the tenets of the good life is enlightened selfishness. What do you personally, in your own kind of ideal world where you can have whatever you want, whatever lifestyle you wanted to achieve for yourself, what does that look like? Visualize it. Visualization is a huge key as well. I'll talk about that in another video, but what is it that you want? What do you have and what will you give up? Those are the three questions that will kind of have to be constantly churning in your head in order to be laser focused on this goal. And obviously you don't want to be laser focused, like you don't want to be obsessed about it, though there are some benefits to that, but too much focus on it can also be blinding. So you have to be balanced about that. But essentially, if you design your trajectory, you know, instead of going to college, doing this, doing that, and doing what everybody tells you to do, instead you say, what do the people that are doing the things that I want to do look like? How can I get to be in their environment? How can I learn from them? And then once I've achieved that kind of skill set that allows me to live that life that I want to live, then it's just a matter of, you know, knocking it out of the park and, you know, taking your skills, applying them to the market and getting the lifestyle that you have selected for. So I know that can sound kind of you know, easier said than done, but basically, you know, the key insight is that, you know, if you apply a cookie cutter model of success to yourself when you have different goals and aspirations than anybody else, then you're only going to get burned, because you're only going to get results that everybody else is doing. In order to achieve what very few people achieve, you have to do things very few people do. And that means that you have to think for yourself, and you have to apply a different model of success to your plan in order to achieve them. Okay. So if that makes sense, then hopefully you get what I mean. But you know, I'll kind of vamp this idea. I'm saying it in kind of very loose terms, so I'll probably talk about this more again in a more organized way. But anyways, if you learned anything or were entertained today, drop me a like, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Have you guys reverse engineered your lifestyle? What do you guys want to live as your lifestyle? What makes sense? I mean, would you rather do a traditional kind of trajectory, or do the classical milestones of success? Do they have, you know, validity that I'm underemphasizing? Let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss next week's video. And as always, I love you guys, and I will see you next Thursday. Peace. Well, that Wagyu is good.
That Wagyu. That Wagyu.